And one of the renowned students of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam is Khwarazmi alayhi salam. Khwarazmi, by the way, if you Google it, you'll have to take a little time to do that, was the founder of chemistry, and some of the youngsters might be really surprised to hear that, and also the founder of algebra. He has written a book in Arabic about algebra, and when he finishes up the formula, in the end, he says that I do not know, I can only say that my Mawla, my leader, Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, has taught me this. And it was only after hundreds of years later that they found that Imam Sadiq alayhi salam had taught Khwarazmi the truth. So therefore, you see that in the times of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam, once you see the modern world around you, and you see all of these modern gadgets and AI and I don't know God knows what, all of these things had to, you had to have a start. You had to begin somewhere. When you look at where the world was about 1,400 years ago, 1,400 years ago, if you look at Europe, the Western people, they used to be living in, up on the trees or maybe in the caves, holes in the mountains. That's where they used to live. And then they had a great renaissance in the West. And this great renaissance was started by a French king called, I forgot his name, Charlemagne, yes, that was his name. And what he did was he invited teachers from Medina, and all of these teachers used to come and teach all of these subjects, like I just mentioned, in the French universities. He opened up colleges and universities and all of that. So all of that knowledge was transferred in a way from the madrasa of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam to Europe. Allah, salawat. And then you had this great renaissance in Europe. So most of you need to know about this, especially the youngsters, and we need to be really proud about our imams. Had it not been for Imam Sadiq alayhi salam's madrasa, you would not have seen all of this development that you see today around you. I mean, if you just take out algebra and chemistry from where we are today, and the rest of the things that were taught there, for example, in medical science, it was so advanced that one of his students was told that one of the king's, the Khalifa's daughter was sick. So he visited him, and he looked at the daughter, and her father didn't know what to do. So he had spoken to all of the doctors around him, but the doctors didn't know what to do. So when the student of Imam Sadiq alayhi salam arrives, he says, "You don't need to do anything. She just needs calcium. She just has a deficiency of calcium in her. If you just give her calcium, she'll be fine." And when that was given to her, she became well. So there's so many of these cases that you can quote about Imam Sadiq alayhi salam's madrasa. So my point is, in his madrasa, people used to come from all over the world. So it's not just about religion and seeking knowledge. It's not just about reading Quran all the time, or like learning about usul and fiqh and becoming a Maulana. That's not the only thing that you need to know about religion. Religion has so many other dimensions. You can be a very good person even if you're not a Maulana. You can be even a much better person than a Maulana. If you follow the rules and the laws of Islam, you take care of the wajibat and you avoid haram, then you can still be a very good person no matter where you are from. And the reason why I mentioned about knowledge is, we as a community need to, talk to our youngsters, and we need to encourage them wherever they are, whether they're going to the schools or universities or wherever, the youngsters need to understand that if you study well in your schools, the Imam of your times will be happy. You will make your Imam happy if you get good grades in your classes. If you get an A, you know how happy your parents get, and the Imam of your times will be even happier than your parents because he loves you more than your parents love you. And once you do that, you will be a successful person, not just for yourself, not for for your family, but also in the community. You will be a very successful person even in wherever you are from and wherever you live, even in Canada when you're here, people are going to treasure you. So please take care of your studies, study hard, and also side by side, I always mention that don't forget to recite your salah, and you need to build a bond with Ahlul Bayt alayhim salam. These are the two things that you need to take forward with your studies. And lastly, I just want to say that, once you become religious, it doesn't mean that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't want you to have fun, right? Sometimes people think that, having fun is bad. No, haram is bad. Haram is bad. If you can go to the parks, you can go and have fun, you can go fishing or do whatever you want. But the haram stuff is bad. So try and avoid that. And you know what is haram, and you know it yourself. So avoid that. Other than that, make alone with your friends, have fun, and just stop and think about it for a moment. What is bad and what's good, and you know that yourself, and then you can carry on with your life, concentrate on your studies, and inshallah one day you will be one of the most successful people, maybe not just in this country, but maybe in the whole world. And your aim should be that once I do that, once I've set up a goal in my life, I'm doing that for the Imam of my times, Sahib al-Asr wa Zaman, Salawat. एक साहब ने मेरे से दरख्वास्त की है कि उनकी नानी है जिन्होंने उनको मज़हब अहले तशय्युअ की तरफ तरगीब दिलाई और वो इस तरफ तशरीफ़ लेके आए। लिहाजा वो उनकी ख्वाहिश है कि उनकी नानी नसीमा बेगम की बरसी है, तो उनके लिए एक सूरह फातिहा पढ़ लीजिए। इस मजलिस की कबूलियत के लिए, अपनी हाजात की कबूलियत के लिए और इमाम ज़मान अलैहिस्सलाम के ज़ुहूर में ताजील के लिए एक मरतबा फातिहा पढ़ के खातून जन्नत हज़रत फ़ातिमा ज़हरा सलामुल्लाह अलैहा की बारगाह में हदिया कर दीजिए। सूरह फातिहा। सलावत माशा अल्लाह ला हौला वला कुव्वता इल्ला बिल्लाह अल अलिय्यिल अज़ीम हस्बुनल्लाहु व निअमल वकील निअमल मौला व निअमन नसीर अऊज़ु बिल्लाहि मिनश शैतानिर रजीम बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम अल्हम्दुलिल्लाहि रब्बिल आलमीन बारी खलाइक़ अजमईन थुम्मा सलातु वस्सलामु अला अशरफिल अंबिया व सय्यिदिल मुरसलीन सय्यिदना व मौलाना व शफीअल मुज़निबीन जद्दिल हसनैन व अबिल ज़हरा व अबिल क़ासिम मुहम्मद बैतिहि तय्यबीन ताहिरीन अल-मज़लूमीन अल-मअसूमीन अल-मुंतखबीन अल-मुंतजबीन अल-गुर्र अल-मयामीन الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا. لا سيما بقية الله في الأرضين، روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء، ولعنة الدائمة على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن